For as a result of confusing the real world of nature with mere signs such as money, stocks and bonds, title deeds, and so forth, we are destroying nature. This is a disaster. We've time to wake up. For what is reality? Obviously, no one can say. Reality isn't material, that's just an idea. Reality isn't spiritual, that's just an idea. Reality is...
Peace, this is DJ Olo coming to you live from Radio Fairfax here in Fairfax, VA. You're tuned in to On Beat with Olo, and today we've got a real special show, man. We're talking about the legalization of medical marijuana in Virginia. I've got a few guests in the house, man. I'm gonna start to my left. We got my man Mike. What's going on, Mike?
Hey, what's happening? How you doing tonight, man?
We got next to you. We got my man Tim.
What's good?
What's going on, Tim? Stay on that mic, man, because you got to stay up on the mic so we can hear you. Yeah.
What's good?
Next to Tim, we got another mic. What's going on, man?
What's going on, man? How you doing, man?
And then we got my man Jamal to his left.
How you doing?
And you guys are here promoting your entertainment group called DH Promotions, right?
Yeah.
And we're gonna talk about that a little bit too. My man Steve over here had. Well, why don't you tell him, Steve?
Well, I was diagnosed with oligodendroglioma. It's a rare form of brain cancer and causes seizures and muscle spasms, death. It's actually incurable.
It's incurable?
Uncurable.
Uncurable?
Uncurable.
So all you could do is just, you just gotta live with it, huh?
Yeah.
And one of the ways you live with it is self-medication.
Yeah, I just had an MRI today, and it's still 5 millimeters of the tumor still there. And basically they give you a lot of pain medicines and a lot of anti-seizure medicines, but there could be other ways to cure or other ways to stop seizures.
Well, in your opinion, man, I know we were talking about this outside, but in your opinion,
in my opinion,
what's another way? What's a natural way that people can self-medicate?
Well, I've seen in Colorado and Washington State that they're coming up with CBCs, different ways to take chemicals out of marijuana and stop seizures and also kill cancers cells by eating marijuana. And
by eating the actual bud.
Actual eating marijuana. You can turn it into oil, many different ways. But the colleges out there in Colorado and Washington State are coming up with more ways to get rid of cancer. So they want me to take chemo again, but I'm not sure if chemo is...
Have you done chemo in the past?
I've done chemo twice, and it still hasn't gotten rid of the cancer. So there's got to be more ways to cure cancer than taking something that kills you like chemo, because it made me very sick, and I still get sick when I go out in public. If someone has a cold, I get sick. It eats your body up.
Oh, so it breaks down your immune system, huh? You get sick
it makes
easily.
it so you can't eat. The chemo makes it so you're not hungry.
And see, that's what I read too, is that a lot of cancer patients actually self-medicate with marijuana because it helps them eat.
Yes.
And also read that there's, I think you said this too outside, there's like 5,000 chemicals in the marijuana plant.
Yeah.
And they all react differently to your body, but one of those...
And we're just now starting to study these in Colorado and Washington State. It's funny how it's taken this long for people to study a plant that's
been around since the beginning of time.
It's almost 10,000 years. The ancient Indians used to carry it with them to eat the protein. There's fiber and protein.
Well, we'll talk about that too, because hemp, everybody knows what hemp is.
Yes.
And hemp is on the rise right now, man. I mean, anytime you go to the store, if you go to a health store, you'll see a whole aisle of hemp products. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. And it's really healthy for you. From the research I've been doing, there's a lot of health benefits from the marijuana plant itself. But tell us a little bit more about, when you had the chemotherapy, man. What exactly? How did you feel exactly? Like, what exactly happened to you?
Well, my hair started falling out. It's grown back now. I started getting very sick and throwing up. Couldn't get off the toilet for almost 6 months. Had to be in the hospital for 3 months. It's just terrible situation to go through chemo, and didn't really do anything to the cancer. My cancer grew to 3 centimeters, which it grew into my main cortex, which controls your legs and arm. And for 3 months, I couldn't feel my legs and arm, and now I can feel it. But yeah.
And so did any of your doctors ever?
Yeah, they after my surgery, my doctor mentioned to me that I should try to go to Colorado or Washington State and try to get medical marijuana, because he said that that's shown good statuses of curing.
And from what I read, man, there's 19 states, I believe, or I think it's 20. Oh, 22? Is that what it is?
States medical.
I read 20, yeah. So the states that I have right now where the reform has gone into effect, like it's not legal, marijuana is not completely legal, but they have decriminalized marijuana. And the states are, in alphabetical order, Alaska, Arizona, California, Colorado, Connecticut, the District of Columbia, D.C., Delaware, which is right around the corner, Hawaii, which probably has the bomb bud, you know what I'm saying? Illinois, Maine, Massachusetts, Michigan, Montana, Nevada, New Hampshire, New Jersey, New Mexico, Oregon, Rhode Island, Vermont, and Washington State.
But Virginia keeps trying to.
Well, you know what's funny is that the thing about VA, man, you know, VA is a very conservative state.
Yes, sir.
And I think it's going to be hard. But there was a poll taken on a website called, and if people want to check it out, they can. It's called virginianormal.org. And there was a poll taken, and 72% of the people in Virginia support just, you know, the reform laws, the decriminalization of marijuana in the state of Virginia. So that's a high number, man. 72% of the population in VA, that's a big number, man.
That is a big number.
Yeah, because we always think, you know, like we're always like, yo, VA is very conservative. It's never going to happen here. But I mean, 72%, man. And that's the thing, is that things will only change
I think we're growing up now.
Yeah, exactly. That's what it is, man. You know.
It's a shame how long they have been destroying people's families over such.
The war on drugs.
Yeah, the war on drugs. I mean, other drugs are bad. Cocaine, heroin, all that's bad. But marijuana, it grows.
All right, I'm going to come back to you, but I want to get them involved too.
Okay,
I got a quick question. So what do y'all think about the war on drugs, man? Do you think that the war on drugs is really a war on drugs, or do you think it's more of a profitable... Political, yeah, obviously, yeah, a profitable slogan. I can't even see Jamal because his damn screen's in my way, man. Talk to us.
Well, I mean...
Get up in the mic.
Really, everything is political. Any decision that the government makes is just political intent. So you can't X that out at all.
Yeah, I feel you. I mean, I never X'd it out, man. That's not what I said. I'm just saying, though, like, what, you know, how do you feel about the like, do you think it's a real thing, the war on drugs?
I think it's just keeping people jobs.
Keeping jobs?
Keeping jobs for the wealthier people.
Yeah. How do you figure, though? Explain to us what you mean, man.
Well, let's get Mike and.
What's up, Mike?
Hey, it's about time. What's going on? How's everybody? All right.
The war on drugs, man. Is it a real thing, or is it just propaganda to keep people paid? To keep these jobs going, all these...
Well, you got different agencies to do different things for what they have to do. We got Mexico and other countries that bringing drugs up through Texas, Arizona, everything else. If they was to legalize marijuana here for cancer, arthritis, insomnia, which I have,
diabetes.
I work 2 jobs. I'm just your average hard-working American. Got 2 jobs. You know what I mean? Got a baby on the way. Sometimes I get home. I try to go to sleep, and my head just be turning, thinking about what I did yesterday, what I did today, what's gonna happen next month, blah blah blah. But if they was to legalize it, at least for maybe sickness, cancer, or what, arthritis, or maybe for recreational uses. I believe if you're in your own confinements of your house, you know what I mean?
Yes,
I'm kind of getting off the subject, but if you're in your own confinements of your house, you know, you're paying bills, you're paying taxes, everything's good, you know, you should, you know, do what you want. You know what I mean? I mean, you're not, you know, people, you know, you might get down a little bit and you don't see people going out doing stupid stuff, robbing banks and doing that, you know, breaking into cars, but you doing the hard stuff, you know, people get all wigged out and do that. But back to the subject you were talking about, you know.
Do you know the states where it's legal to use marijuana for recreational purposes?
I know the one in Colorado.
I believe it's Colorado and Washington
Wyoming?
State.
Okay, up there.
Also, Washington, D.C. and New York
Okay.
have decriminalized.
I think they said
It's a $100 fine.
you can have.
Oh yeah, New York too, huh?
New York and Washington,
It's
D.C.
a $100 fine. That's it.
It's been decriminalized since the 70s, and it's a prepayable $100 fine, an ounce and under.
Cause like somewhere up in Colorado area, they said you can have like an ounce to your personal use.
Yeah, I mean, there's a lot of places you can have.
Right.
You know, I read, like I was reading today, man. There's a lot of states where you can have over an ounce. You can have an ounce and a half, and you can have like 4 plants.
Is that right?
And it's
Maine,
legal.
Alaska. Yeah.
All right.
Let me tell you something about 4 plants, man. What's funny is that I was reading today on another website that there was a judge. There's an attorney in Virginia. And I'm going to have to say his name because it's public information. I mean, I read it online. His name is James H. Alamung Jr. And he's in Shenandoah County.
I've never used them.
He's yeah, he's an attorney and he's a sub-judge. He's like a substitute judge. He was charged with possession of 40 plus plants.
All right.
That's
40 plus plants.
wow.
And then he was sentenced to 30 days, a $500 fine, and 200 hours of community service.
This was in Virginia?
This was in Shenandoah County, and he's a judge.
Well,
It's about
And-
who you know.
And he said that, and so when they asked him why he did it, he said that he was growing for personal use, and that he's a Vietnam veteran.
some people are anorexic and are bulimic and they can't
Well, yeah,
eat.
he said he had a lot of pains from the
Yeah.
war, and that's why he just used it for personal use. And we're gonna talk about that too because it's funny. Like, you know, Jamal just said he had a lot of connections. You know, his boys got him out because if it was in Virginia, if you have a speck of marijuana on you, the minimum is 30 days with the $500 fine, and
a
I guess
seed
communities.
could be a felony. They,
Exactly,
They
yeah.
could say you're manufacturing. With a
Exactly,
seed.
that's what I'm saying. So it was funny to me that he
This
for 40
breaks up
plants.
families. Many families have been breaking up because of this.
Yeah, man. Anyways, man, I'm gonna take a quick break for a song. I'm gonna play The Chronic, produced
yeah.
by my man Theory, featuring Natural E, Young Cream, and Chaotic One. This is DJ Olo coming to you live from Radio Fairfax. We'll be right back. Peace.
It's early, but it's late. You know, we on our own clock. Yo, Olo, wake them up. Gotta keep it rolling, man. Ain't nothing like a quiet night. Loud weed, keep a joint lit unless I'm around my seeds. Study degrees, scrolls, watch triples and poles. I'm a walking contradiction. Who isn't though? December 21st, they said the pole switch. I was getting lifted, twisting kutch up, taking ball hits. Through the ice water like the chef do. Got a log cabin for you Uncle Tom nephews. Thinking out the box like my new 9. Travel quicker than the speed of darkness, how you shine. As far as felonies, I'm a 2-time. But I ain't looking for a new job, I'm writing new rhymes. That's how I keep my pockets full of croutons. Cold hard cash, but I still clip a coupon. Fold a stack of 5 racks like a futon. While you young, sleeping on it's a new dime. All my women wake and bake with me. Top of the morning, I'm getting top while I'm yawning. That's how I avoid more stress. Wake up, take a check my
Mind
full
eye,
reps.
pry your mind open wide enough. Apply your scalpel, slice the bottomize it up. Time bends and I don't give a high flying. About a sucker past the blunt, light it up. endless files of rhythm when I'm on a mic, a bust. Tidal waves of sound crashing, passionate phrases liable to crush. Mash your mind to mush, it's a must, mics a rupture. Blood gush, gutcha like a Dutch reconstructor. Anti-up, uncanny amounts of adamantium for supper. Wash down with the blood of kings, meet apocalypse, a pucker, uppercuts precise. Michael Jordan, swish at the buzzer. MCs are split your vital organs, split splash the gut of your molecular structure. Not the irregular usher scenes erupt as a rip spleens and puncture fiends. When he's on, they flux and scream, oh hey, hey, wait, what you mean? I said it's time to wake up, man, this ain't a motherfucking dream. The chronic, y'all want it, we got it. Dang slang, exotic, hash brain, zangarang, melodic. Blast lanes with mad flames and change the topic above and beyond. Eons deep, we keep it cosmic. The chronic, y'all want it, we got it. Dank slang, exotic, hash brain, zangarang, melodic. Blast lanes with mad flames and change the topic above and beyond. Eons deep, we keep it cosmic.
I spit chronic while you hit chronic. I keep it straight, you just mix tonic, watered down symphonics. Use some part-time chaotic, one lives on it. DC compilation, nothing but hits on it. Hydroponic, art shake, kinetic labyrinth. Under government control, use synthetic cannabis. We the real deal, like a punch in the face. And drug runners risk their lives trying to smuggle out tapes. Yeah, they smuggled in crates, barely cover the face. Up through the drug corridor, down from Southeast Asia for you to blaze up. Hustler watching for the setup, leave you lames bloodshot like intraocular pressure. Yeah, this chronic, conscientemente. And you know I represent G, rep me gente. Y'all clones, nothing but seeds and stems. Check the THC level, I'm 100%.
Peace, peace. This is DJ Olo coming to you live from Radio Fairfax. You just heard The Chronic, produced by my man Theory, featuring Natural E, Young Cream, and Chaotic One from Australia. And today we're talking about the legalization of marijuana, of medical marijuana in Virginia. And we've got my man Tim, who was diagnosed with brain cancer, or was it a brain tumor? Same thing, huh?
It's a malignant cancer, oligodendroglioma. There's over 250 different types of brain cancer, which I've been doing studies with NIH. It's a federal hospital. And so there's many different types of brain tumors, and cell phones could be a problem.
Cell phones, Bluetooth.
All wireless technologies.
Yeah, man. I mean, everything that we're doing today, man, is cancerous.
Yeah, and stuff in
cigarettes,
stuff in our food, like the lining of your cans, canned foods. There's definitely. I saw an article on the news the other day about how people are getting cancer from the lining of tin cans when they eat out of canned food.
Oh yeah. And I believe it, man. I mean, you know, the cans, they call them tin cans, but they used to be lead cans, right?
Yeah, but when they build the can, they have this liquid oil that they are now finding out is causing many different types of cancers.
It's all cancerous, man. Speaking about cancer, man, you guys have a cancerous party tomorrow night, right?
Yeah, we got 2
Talk
Chainz.
to us about that, man.
Yeah, we TH Promotions. We got 2 Chainz coming to Ibiza tomorrow night.
2 Chainz.
True. Daddy boy.
After party for the America's Most Wanted tour that they on right now. So.
Oh boy.
That's what's up, man. And how'd you guys book that, man?
Well, my buddy and Damian Hopkins. That's what the DH stands for. Me and him graduated from North Carolina Wesleyan College back in '09, doing a couple parties and whatnot.
This was in college?
Yeah, we was in college together.
Oh, okay.
He's over in across the seas right now, and he was just telling me, like, man, I just want to start booking major artists, man, doing events. It's about a year and a half ago, and I was just like, man, whatever you need, just let me know.
And he's in the area? You said he's overseas right now?
Yeah, right now he's
But he's from the district, or he's from Virginia?
He's from Virginia Beach.
Oh, okay, he's from the South. Yeah, that's what's up, man.
Right. So then, came back home around in, probably around like March. Just hit me and was like, look, man, I booked 2 Chainz. We're going to go ahead and make this happen.
Oh, boy.
Yeah, that's what's up, man. And a few weeks ago, you had The Weeknd come out.
Yeah, we had The Weeknd 2 weeks ago.
Word.
At Ibiza, too. He came through the host, did a little slit and everything. And,
And if people wanted to check you out, tomorrow night, they can find you at Ibiza.
Right.
Do you have the address?
Yeah, I got that address here. Let me pull it on up for you.
And if people wanted to find you guys online, DH Promotions.
Right.
Do you have a website?
The website's not up yet, but we are on Facebook, DH Promotions on Facebook.
What about Twitter? You have a Twitter?
Yeah, we're on it's at We the Virgin Mary on Twitter.
The Virgin Mary?
Yeah.
What's that about, man?
Just a name.
It's about purity, you know. We're
purity.
We're untouched.
Oh yeah.
We're a promotion company that just really was born, and we launched heavy with as you just mentioned, that first event with The Weeknd, and now with 2 Chainz. So we just hit the scenes. So it's one of that. And
I know me and you were talking before, man. You know, if people don't know, me and Jamal talk all the time, man. And we've talked about this for a few years, man, talking about doing promotions and bringing out big names. And, you know, in my opinion, man, that's one of the only ways you can get heads out, especially in the DC metropolitan area, is to bring a big name out. And obviously 2 Chainz right now is a big name. You know what I'm saying? But what I wanted to ask you guys is, besides 2 Chainz, I'm sure you guys like his music and all, but who do you guys listen to besides 2 Chainz? Like, what are you guys whipping right now? What's in the whip? What do you guys really, you know, what are you tuned into these days besides 2 Chainz?
Well, really, it's what's on the phone, not really in the whip, because, you know, everything's digital these days.
Yeah. Yeah, but you still gotta whip it though, man. You know what I'm saying? You don't drive around with headphones on.
But you know, we got
got my boy Ryan Brasco.
You got the J.
I got the J right now.
See, I even get it. I didn't even actually I haven't even heard the whole thing really.
I got my boy 10th Street from Indiana. He be got some good.
What's his name?
10th Street.
Underground artist
from Indiana.
I think I met him before, right?
You met him.
Yeah, that's what's up,
he's
man.
Paul,
yeah. Yeah, I remember him. Yeah. I met him a few years back. That's right. I forgot about that. Yeah, that's what's up, man.
There's a lot of it's so-called underground, which is not really underground anymore. I know we talked about that before as well, but there's a lot of artists out there that's really bringing fresh sounds, you know, or old sounds back. You got Joey Badass. There's Donnie Brown.
My favorite right now, man.
There's a lot. There's some guys coming out of the West Coast.
Don't forget about the East Coast music.
Kendrick Lamar.
Well,
Kendrick Lamar.
Aftermath.
Dr. Dre. He's more so on the commercial side nowadays.
They commercial now.
Well, you know, the underground is like
the real
it's
stuff.
The new commercial, man. You know what I'm saying? I don't think there is an underground anymore, really. There's no real underground scene. I think the real underground scene are cats who are
they talk about real stuff.
I mean, I think the underground scene is just cats who really aren't selling anymore. You know what I'm saying? Because now it's like if you start selling, like you ain't considered underground, because you could sell 1 million copies on the internet. You don't have to even sell a CD anymore. You can have 1 million downloads and you're not considered underground anymore. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Also, you know, they nowadays they make it easy to be independent as well. You got a lot of different avenues.
Is it easy though, man?
That you could use.
You think it's really easy though?
Really, if you think.
I know it's laid out easier, but with that ease comes saturation, man.
Well, that's why we do have a lot of saturation.
Steve said something, and you said if you sound good.
All
right, but look, even if you sound good, how do these artists get out? Because there's a lot of artists that I know that sound real good, but they can't get out.
Well, now,
people don't know about them.
It's all about who you know.
It's who you know.
All about who you know in this world.
That's what it really comes down
working,
to, man.
If you're out there, really
I think work ethic, man. Work ethic in anything you do.
You gotta keep at it.
Work ethic is key.
Speaking of, we also, I mean, I'm listening to 2 artists that I work with as well, which is Chaz O and another one named Success.
Hey, if Chaz is listening, man, you can call in right now, Chaz. I meant to give you the number earlier, but if you want to call in, man, the number to call in the station is 703-560-5288. If you want to join the conversation, you know, we're talking about medical marijuana. I know he's in Connecticut right now, right?
Yeah, he is.
And it's been decriminalized over there, so he's probably chilling, man.
Well, I'm just finding that out. You know, I'm from Connecticut.
I'm from Connecticut, man.
Yeah, we both from Connecticut and Bridgeport, Connecticut.
Yeah.
And my mother is she's been real sick, and you know, that's probably was something She always talked about it as something that might be able to help her out with her sickness and different things like that.
Yeah.
You know,
I mean,
again,
people. I mean, just I know a lot of people who just simply have, like you said, insomnia. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Simple things that the medical marijuana
Anxiety.
works for.
It make me sleep. I'm good.
Yeah.
I work 2 jobs. Sometimes I'm tired, but I lay in bed and my head's just going around circles, and
And like I said, there's 5,000 chemicals in marijuana, so the scientists can study these chemicals and figure out different ways to extract those chemicals, and you don't need the THC, baby. You know.
Yeah. And what exactly is THC for those who don't know?
Well,
Do you know what it stands for?
It's what makes
It's
what makes everything illegal.
Tetracholical hydrogen or something like that.
THC is what makes it illegal because
It's like 30 words, right?
Yeah.
I know that. Tetrahydrochloroquine, I don't know, but
There's a pill. I forgot what it's called, but there's a pill. It's a THC pill.
Yeah.
That's on the market right now.
Yeah.
You know what it's called?
I don't know what it's called, but I've heard
It's
about
illegal.
it.
Yeah, it's legal.
Yeah,
I mean,
Colorado's coming out with some real good stuff in Washington State. And
Yeah.
Let's
get back to the cancer,
They have
man.
oil that you can cook with.
Yeah, that's what I want to talk to you about. Yeah, is the oils and the different things that they use to cook. There's oil and they put it in butter.
the hemp
seeds,
lotions, shampoos.
Yeah, exactly.
You go to
Yeah.
Sally's, they got hemp, and shampoos, lotions.
Hemp is in
Stuff like
everything
that.
now,
Yeah.
man. My
Yeah.
son's
and,
food,
and all
man.
body care.
Man.
The Indians used to use the seeds as protein.
You gotta say the
and-
natives, man. You can't say the Indians.
Well, the
man.
natives, the ancient people back in the old days,
Yeah.
when they first started traveling.
Original.
It doesn't matter what culture you are. It's
Talking about the indigenous people.
It doesn't matter what
Yeah.
culture they are. The people in the old days.
The
I
people
wasn't
of the
alive.
land.
I wasn't alive back then, so
Yeah.
But I know that scientists have found hemp in the pyramids in Egypt. They used hemp ropes to get here on the Mayflower.
I mean, if you go out throughout history, man, hemp, the marijuana plant itself has been the center of many economies, man. Trade was.
They used to grow it in front of the White House.
Everywhere, man. I mean, look, in the past, in our history, everything was about maritime laws, right? Everything was based on the ocean, and all. Basically, all businesses were based on the ocean. So it was trade, it was ships, and everything that was built on the ships. A lot of the things like the rope. Rope is key. You know what I'm saying? Rope used to be hemp. The hemp actually lasts a lot longer than nylon and these other things that we use today, cotton and stuff like that.
Yeah, they say it's a lot stronger.
A lot stronger.
But
yeah,
for
exactly.
food, for protein and fiber, they used to use the seeds and everything because it lasts longer. It didn't die. The crop.
And look, for those who
The
don't know,
crops
man,
stay
and
alive.
I want everyone to put in their input. For those who don't know, what is hemp, yo? Because a lot of people say, oh, hemp is just marijuana. It's just marijuana. But what really
think
is
it's bad.
hemp?
Ooh,
Break
it's
it down.
bad.
Is it a
Yeah,
strain?
exactly.
Don't talk about it.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Yeah,
Yeah.
because people go to the store and they're like, oh, don't buy that. You know, it's got a picture of a marijuana leaf. It's hemp.
Sometimes I believe the ABC stores and the liquor, alcohol companies and cigarette companies pay to keep marijuana illegal, so there's no competition. You know?
And why is that?
Because they don't want competition.
I know me and Mike were talking about this. Not only competition, but they can't tax marijuana.
Oh, yeah.
That's
Well,
a big
they
thing.
could.
Can I speak on that?
Well, no,
right
they
quick?
got to find ways to do it. Yeah, they could. They used to back in the day.
That creates more jobs.
Yeah, there
me
used to
know.
be a tax. There used to be a tax in order for you to get marijuana. You have to pay a tax. It was a stamp actually. you had to
It
get.
creates more jobs for scientists and everybody and
Let me,
it stops the cartels from doing what they do.
Can I speak on that for a minute? Oh.
Go ahead,
ahead,
let Mike talk.
Yeah, I look at it like this. You can buy a pack of cigarettes. If you're 18 and they tax that, and everybody knows that kills.
Yep.
You can drink alcohol up to 21, and everybody knows that kills. So you got two things that's legalized, but they tax it. Taxation without representation, blah blah blah, all that. But they don't have legalized marijuana or for recreational. I think it's coming. It's gonna come before.
I mean, if you got 22 states,
They
man,
make
it's
more money.
half the country.
It's on the west.
They
It's
make
just
more
trickling
money
over.
institutionalizing people.
But
Yeah. Well, see, that's. I'll come back to that, but I'm gonna talk about that when we get back. I gotta take a quick break for PSAs, and then we'll be right back, man. We're talking about the legalization of medical marijuana in Virginia, preferably Northern Virginia, because we live up here. You know what I'm saying? But the whole state, man. The people in the South, man. I talked to my people down there, and they want it too. Like I said earlier, man, there was a poll taken, and 72% of the population in Virginia support the legalization or decriminalization of marijuana. Anyways, man, this is On Beat with Olo. I need to get into a PSA. We'll be right back. Peace.
In other words, baby, kiss me.
Peace, peace. This is DJ Olo. You're tuned into On Beat with Olo, coming to you live from Radio Fairfax. I got a full studio here.
One love.
We're talking about the legalization of medical marijuana.
Tax it.
In Virginia. So, I'm gonna start over here with DH Promotions again, man. Let's talk, man. How do you guys feel about the legalization of medical marijuana in Virginia? Do you guys both live in Virginia?
Nah, I'm in Maryland.
You guys are in Maryland, so you don't even care.
Soon to be.
Maryland has already got medical.
I think
we'll be moving in a few months.
You're gonna be in Alexandria pretty soon, huh?
Yeah.
So this affects you too, man. So how do you feel about the legalization of medical marijuana?
I mean, I think studies tell the truth. Well, you could say that, but I mean, if there's nothing but positive out of studies, I mean, I'm with it if it's gonna help people. I mean,
do you think it helps people? Do you think medical marijuana helps people?
I mean, it has been proven. I mean,
there's studies.
So
it's a fact.
It says it stops seizures. Kids have been.
Well, I was gonna say the reason I asked that is because I was on cancer.gov. If anybody wants to check it out, they can go to cancer.gov, and they were saying that the cannabinoids in the marijuana plant it kills the tumor cell. Yeah. And like you were saying before, it actually
attaches to it.
It attaches to it. It keeps it from growing.
Your body absorbs the nutrients and the cannabis cells or whatever and actually attach to the cancer and slow it down and kill it.
I know that we all know what THC is. You know what I'm saying? THC is the psychoactive ingredient that makes you quote unquote high.
That's the chemical that
they consider it hallucinations.
Yeah. What were you saying, Jamal?
That's the chemical that they promote.
Yeah, THC. But there's another chemical that they know called CBD. I forgot what it stands for. I think it's the cannabinoids.
Yeah,
something,
the cannabinoids.
Right? Yeah, CBD.
There's a whole channel on Discovery Channel about it.
Yeah.
They did a show.
And they said...
Yeah, they did a show. They did a documentary about medical marijuana.
Yeah, I read that it's an anti-inflammatory and that
that's why it stops seizures.
It eases pain. Oh, it stops seizures
That's why it stops seizures, because it's anti-inflammatory. With cancer, pushes against your skull and your brain. So when it pushes against your skull, the medical marijuana actually, when you eat it, can supposedly stop it from, being inflamed and cause seizures.
Yeah, man. And these are facts, man. You know what I'm saying? Like, for those of you out there who are like, you guys are just talking out your butts.
This is just the beginning, though. They just started studying. Yeah. It's been so long that...
Well, there's been so much taboo behind it, man. Even, people in my culture, you know what I'm saying? They have such a taboo about marijuana.
They demonize it.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, there's such a taboo. One of the biggest taboos, I don't mean to put you guys on the spot, but in America, they used to say, well, people who smoke marijuana are black people who want to rape white women. You know what I'm saying?
They're just demonizing marijuana.
I never knew that one before, but
yeah, man, I was reading that today, man. That was actually a slogan that they pushed. Like, when you used to go to the movie theaters back in the 40s, there would be an advertisement, and it would show these black jazz musicians, and they would start smoking, and then this white woman would start smoking, and she would get all loose and all crazy. And then it would say, like, you got to watch out for these black dudes because they're going to rape your white women, man.
That's crazy, though.
Yeah, they've been demonizing.
You know where that comes from. You said it right. It's 1940s. I mean,
40s,
one, that's a scare tactic.
See, now we're growing up, though.
And two, they had issues with...
Hey, speak into the mic, man. I can't even hear you.
Also, they had issues with mixed relationships as well.
Yeah.
So, I mean, that's all propaganda.
And now,
that's what I'm saying. That's all propaganda.
Now we have same-sex marriage coming up, and now they've legalized same-sex marriage in a lot of states, but medical marijuana, they want to.
Let me speak on that for a second.
What's up, Mike?
Let Mike
y'all forgot I'm in the cut chilling. Y'all forgot about me. All right, look here, man. I got a couple gay friends, so it's just people I work with, whatever. I don't have a problem with that.
Yeah.
But let me just tell you my theory right here. It's like, I ain't trying to get all religious on everybody, but I guess God, Jesus said, let there be man and woman. let them do their thing.
He also gave us all flower-bearing plants.
And, make babies. And we all know that 2 men can't make no babies. I don't have a problem with it. But if you're going to legalize gay marriage, then you better legalize medical marijuana, or at least recreational.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
Recreational in your house.
I'm saying what you do in your own crib, in your own confinement, is good. You have 2 men in your house doing the nasty. That's fine. But then let us go home. Work all day, come home. Let me. I'm hungry. Get right. That's fine. As long as I'm not on the street butt naked. Doing something stupid.
Medical marijuana's also been proven to help your stomach aches, ulcers, and stuff like that too. People that.
But let it be known, I don't have a problem with gay marriage. That's fine.
Yeah.
What you want to do is your business. So what I want to do is my business too. Let me go home and get right.
Let it be.
Let me go. You know what I mean?
Hey, see, one thing I don't have a problem. If you're going to legalize marijuana, that's fine. It goes back to like one of the original topics that you had said earlier. The thing I do have a problem out is when you got these young youths out here coming up, killing each other over, saying $20 and $30, $40.
Happens every day. All the time.
That's the thing I don't condone. You see it so much, especially where I grew up at in Baltimore. They had 40 shootings in 1 week and 13 people killed 2 weeks ago. That's just one thing that I don't condone. And with that being said, if it does become a part where a lot of these states do legalize it, then we just got to have those stricter, harsher punishment for the ones.
But don't you think if it's been
less.
decriminalized, don't you think there's going to be less of those things going on?
You never know. You never know, because if it's readily accessible, then a lot more people are going to be trying to sell it. They can't sell it though. That's the thing, because if I can go to CVS and I can get a bag, if I can get a sack from CVS, or from anywhere, whatever, you know what I'm saying, whatever it may be, there's gonna be no reason for the person on the street to be pushing anymore. You know what I'm saying?
He's losing money.
But that's the one thing that we still you never know.
Yeah, I feel you.
You know what I'm saying? We can say that
because Cali's like that.
Yeah,
Cali's been decriminalized, and you can have a lot of weed on you, but there's still people out there pumping. There's still an underground market for it, man.
Well, because they actually didn't decriminalize it. They lost the vote. So Cali still has the underground market because they didn't push the investors to do real stuff like Marlboro or other companies. Like cigarette companies, they get away with killing all kinds of people all the time. With their cigarettes. Alcohol and cigarettes has been known to kill more people than medical marijuana or any marijuana.
Well, something else I wanted to bring up too, man. There's something else that I read on mpp.org. If anybody wants to check it out, it's mpp.org. And in 2011, in the state of Virginia, there were 22,024 marijuana-related arrests.
All them families broken apart.
And 90% of those were possession charges. And I also read that there were almost the same amount of homicides, rapes, break-ins, and there was something else.
And they never went to court.
And 50% of those were never solved crimes. And those are like hardcore crimes, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So in my opinion, there's definitely a problem, man. When a little kid that's got a J gets pulled over and he goes to jail, and we know that jails are private. If you go to prison, it's going to be a private prison. You know what I'm saying? And if you serve time, you're going to have to pay for that time you were there.
It begins a chain, and it messes up individual's life.
Exactly, because then
it's a chain reaction.
When these people get out, they can't get jobs.
There's a crazy thing I read on the news that there was an article that said they're building more prisons than they are schools.
Oh yeah, that's a fact, man.
And it's pretty sad that
there's more money in it.
Yeah,
that's what it is.
That they're privatizing prisons. Privatizing prisons like Hitler did almost.
Yeah, exactly.
And
but see, they don't say that because
then you get trapped in the system.
I don't want to get into the whole,
conspiracy theories. But,
no, it's not even conspiracy theories. It's just that, we live in a fascist state. You know what I'm saying? But people don't want to accept that. But that's what it is. When you start to privatize, just like you said, you start to privatize jails and start to put people in there making money off them. Like you said, that's a tactic that Hitler used. You know what I'm saying? But you can't say that in America because
it's almost like demonizing
democratic
marijuana smokers, just like they demonize Jews or whatever, or Indians, or whatever else.
I think it has to be a better rehabilitation system for criminals that come up out of jail too, because they actually are. There's people that gets out that really want to
Want to work.
try to get their life together.
Yeah.
You know,
I mean, there's people that go in that didn't even really do anything wrong. You know what I'm saying? I mean,
not at all.
like I was saying before, all right, that judge that got 30 days. He got the minimum 30 days, $500, and they gave him a little 200-hour community service. He's probably gonna cut that into 20 hours. You know what I'm saying? But a little kid, an 18-year-old kid that has a J on him will get the exact same thing, but they can extend it. They can give him 5 years for that. Yeah, you can have a small sack and get 6 months plus $1,000 fine or whatever. And then when you get out, you can't get a job because you got this charge.
Right.
But the thing is like you said, man, there's got to be a better rehab to help bring these people back into society, because it goes back to the taboo, man. I know we were talking about this. I don't know if you want to talk about the criminal charges and trying to get back into society and trying to get jobs.
Speaking on can't get a job for certain things, well, I'm going to break it down because that's why we're here. I'm going to lay the truth down. So, a couple of years ago, I was, had my winter harvest ready for the winter. I wasn't, doing nothing wrong. It was mine. I wasn't,
trying to make some lotion out of it.
It was my garden, and it was mine. I wasn't going to get it and bag it up and go do, you know what I mean? So, I was minding my business, pruning my crops, and well, they came out of nowhere. I guess the neighbors smelled it. It was like, oh, this dude, doing some bad stuff, because I got one of them nosy ass neighbors. I got one of them nosy neighbors that always out looking. You know what I mean? He got a garden too. So my crib is here. Here's his crib, and when that they're grown 3-4 feet. That wind hits the tree, and that he gets a whiff of that, and that don't smell like tomatoes. You know what I mean? So, anyways, make a long story short, I got hit a little something. So, I got me a little misdemeanor. Then it prohibits me to get certain jobs.
Oh, but so they brought it down to a misdemeanor. It wasn't a felony charge.
Right. Well, they try to get me on manufacturing.
Oh, okay.
I had four little tomato plants. You know what I mean? So I had.
So you had four tomato plants.
Right.
And they try to get you on manufacturing.
Yes, sir.
But this judge,
20 years minimum.
Right.
So had over 40
right.
plants.
And you know what manufacturing is? That means that you kind of grow it's more 5 to 10. So I pled guilty to a misdemeanor 1, and thank God to my lawyer. I walked out pretty good. Well, after a couple $1,000 short out of my pockets.
Did you do jail time?
No.
No jail time?
Lost my license.
I've seen
lost
people.
my license
I've seen people that kill people get off and get less sentences than some of these marijuana.
I mean, Trayvon Martin, man, George Zimmerman, man. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I mean, and back to what you were saying too about all the kids who are dying, man. I just want to say, since the shooting of Trayvon Martin, no disrespect to him or his family, but since then there's been over 600 homicides. And these are all little kids that I'm talking about in the United States.
If there was more jobs, I don't think all this would be going down.
They just found him. They just found him in Texas this morning.
Found who?
Zimmerman. You hear about that?
It was a couple days ago.
It was this morning.
He had a gun in his car. I don't even know how he got off.
They pulled him
over. It was
over
in the glove department.
Yeah, they pulled him over, and I heard it on I think it was WTOP. And I guess the dash cam has.
Can't be shouting out other stations.
Oh,
man.
I'm sorry.
I'm just joking.
Man, I was in traffic, man. I'm sorry. My bad. I was.
I'm just joking, man.
But yeah, I guess they pulled it off. They pulled him over, and they was like, "What's going on?" And he was like, "Yo, I got that gun in the glove box that they gave back to him." And I guess they let him go. You know what I mean? But they had everything on the voice voice and dash. You know what I mean? So, but they were like,
I mean, that guy, no matter what happens to that guy from this point on, he's like the celebrity that doesn't want to be a celebrity. You know what I'm saying? Like everybody knows who he is. He can't walk the streets anymore.
He's always gonna have somebody that's gonna see him and recognize him.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, he's short.
He's got to live with that on his shoulders for the rest of his life. He knows what he did.
It's like that mom in Florida that was found not guilty for killing that baby.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
Yeah, I heard
what was her name again?
I don't know. I used to live in Florida. That's a wild state.
They got a lot of crazy laws.
The cops there, they go by what they want to do.
Yeah.
All right, so can I get back on the?
Yeah, go ahead.
Give me 60 seconds. All right, back to my thing that I got dealt with. So they plucked them up, you know what I mean, and they took the roots out, right, and so they weighed them up, and it came back 2.3 ounces. without the root because they can't weigh it with the root because the roots are, that's the root has
it's the heaviest part. Yeah.
I was like 3, almost going on 4 months deep into it. Now, if I was just growing 2-3 weeks into it and I got popped, I wouldn't be so mad. But I had to jump 2 weeks to pluck, to weigh it up and get down.
Yeah.
But
spent 9 months on that work. That's hard work right there.
And that was in September, right? So I was like, I had
they say marijuana users don't like to work.
I had enough for the wintertime, and it was all for me. For my crew, for me, I come home, do my thing. I'm out of my business. Get out, mind your business. You know what I mean? Worry about somebody else. So I got charged for it. So right now I got 2 jobs, but it's hard for me to get certain jobs because of my charge. And when you try to explain to people, you say, look, man, that was my past. I can't change what's on paper. I can only change the person. But I don't get down like I used to. I still get down, but just for me, I don't go out and try to whatever. But I'm just saying, man, it carries on. You know what I mean? It does mess with you.
Even 10 years later.
How long ago was?
Oh, my joint was about 07, 08.
Now
yeah.
there's a thing about like showing like tendencies and stuff. I mean, if it was a one-time offense, you could always show that things has turned around. It
but
wasn't
the computer
right.
bings you in the HR human resources. They don't care because the computer bings you.
I've been accepted jobs and they're like, oh, we want you. All right. Then all gotta do a background check and a P test. My P test come clean, but when the background come up 2 days later, hey, we can't offer you the job. I'm like, no.
I'll feel you on that, man. I'm not gonna front.
I mean, that ain't right,
and that could probably be
that's hurting a lot of Americans.
On like
a lot
private
of people.
sector and government, because even when it comes to stuff like getting clearance.
Yeah,
I know people who have clearances who may have gun charges.
Yeah.
And people paint that picture out there, like a lot of people do, that you can't get jobs and stuff. Not saying that you haven't tried and things haven't happened, because it's typical what's happened to you. But if you really come forward, like because for one,
some jobs don't even allow you to. Yeah. They don't even care. The computer bings you. Even like Target, Walmart, all these.
And it depends on who you're sitting in front of when you coming forward truthfully.
The truth, they say tell the truth, it's good. But of course, if you lie and say, oh yeah, by the way, I got this, and then they're gonna be like, oh, how come you didn't tell me up front? But
all these problems
9 times out of 10, I've been telling them up front, and they say, oh, I'm sorry. Like I tried to get a job at Marriott a couple years ago. They love me. I was good to get a job as a bartender. They said, we don't accept no drug charges. No drug charges.
Well, another thing, real quick, before you get into it, another thing too that employers are doing today, they don't even have. Now they ask you, have you ever been arrested? You don't have to even. They don't even do like a background check. They don't say, do you have a felony charge? They don't say, do you have a misdemeanor? They just ask, have you ever been arrested? Mm-hmm. So even if you've been arrested, like I said, like before, 22,000 people were arrested for marijuana-related charges. Even if they were arrested and they got off,
that's just 1 year.
Yeah, that was just 2011. Yeah. But even if they got arrested and they got off, they still have to say that they were arrested, because it's still, it's in the system. They can still look it up and say they've been arrested.
But most of the time, it's a computer that controls your hiring from.
I mean, everything is based on computers now, and you're right about that. because there's been situations. I know a lot of people who get jobs, and everybody likes them, and they tell the truth about what they've done. But then
when the boss wants to hire them,
when it goes to HR, HR says, no, we can't, because that's against their policy.
The boss may like you, but what the big boys say goes down.
I'm not gonna front, man. I know a lot of people that are CEOs, CFOs of big companies that blow mad trees. Yeah, I'm not gonna front. I'm not gonna say their names. I don't have to.
It goes on both ends, private and government sectors.
Yeah, man. That's what I'm saying. And they, I wish they would come. When I put the call out for this show, and I told people, when I started hitting people up and I was like, yo, I got a show Thursday, I'm doing a live show Thursday, come through. Everyone was like, yeah, I'm coming through. Oh, that's what's up, man. I'm gonna be right there. And they were like, what's the topic? I said, legalizing medical marijuana in Virginia.
And they all ran away.
And they were like, you know what, man, I got this and I got that. The thing is, everyone's so scared, man. That's what I'm saying.
So you saying you just put a target on us, huh?
Yeah. I mean,
I'm just saying, man, I want people, look, I want people to flex their rights, man. It's your constitutional right. Yeah, freedom of speech, man. That's what I'm saying. We're just sitting here talking, man. We're not blowing trees in the studio. You know what I'm saying?
I hope I don't walk out here and be like 10 fast deep out.
Nah, they can't, man. They can't, man.
I don't even blow trees anymore. But I mean, if I go to Colorado, I would like to try the medical. Yeah. I like to try the medical stuff.
Well, I've been to those states and I've tried the medical. I've tried the top shelf medical marijuana in those states, and it's bomb. It's crazy, man. I'm not gonna front.
Amsterdam.
With me having cancer and all, I haven't been able to travel so much.
Yeah.
I mean,
I want to go.
Well, you gotta go, man. You gotta take a trip, man.
I want to go to Amsterdam one day.
Be worth it.
I'm afraid I might not come back.
Yeah.
One-way ticket.
I mean, we don't have to go to Amsterdam anymore. At least America has woke up, and 2 states have tried their hardest to get this.
It's coming around, man.
Investors need to get into it while it's the gold rush.
The thing is right now too about marijuana is that it's been there's a lot of people, like you said before, scientists working on making it cleaner for you, making it better, making the THC content higher, so you don't have to take in so much plant matter. And there's different ways. Like I'm gonna ask everybody.
Well, some of that plant matter is even the good stuff that could stop seizures.
If you eat it, exactly.
Some of the plant matter that we don't know about yet because it's been
tea.
Oh, tea, yeah,
you
exactly.
can make tea out of it, and it helps ulcers and
brownies,
belly.
Cookies,
edibles, yup.
People that have problems that can't eat.
And I tell you, Tim, I give you all the respect in the world, dog. To keep fighting that battle. I just lost an uncle about a month and a half ago to it. He was late in his 60s, but he went through the whole chemo thing, and he never got rid of everything, and he never finished the whole process because it just broke him down too much. So
they want me to do chemo again because I just did an MR today, and
so and I just watched him
I know 5 people in the past 5 years of my family that got cancer, and within one of them recently died in 2 weeks after he was diagnosed. But most of the people have about a month or 2 months, and then they pass.
They told me
they
I
do
had
all
3
that
years.
chemo. They do all that stuff. You're doing good, man.
They told me I had 3 years.
Yeah, that's what I said. I give them all the respect in the world.
Yeah, man. You're doing real good, Steve.
Yeah.
It's been 2 years.
It's been 2 years. They gave me 3 years, and they've been wanting me to do more chemo, but I kind of stopped. Because it made me really
my
sick.
Uncle just,
I couldn't get off the toilet.
It just took him out.
He knows what I'm talking about.
You know what I mean? It just took him out. One day it just seemed like he was fine. I'm talking about within like weeks.
Well, when they cut, when they do that first incision, man, they start messing things up, and your body goes crazy, man. You know what I'm saying? It starts to spread.
Even my grandma, she got breast cancer, and when she's taking the chemo, she can't eat, so she loses weight, and so did I. I lost a lot of weight and muscle.
That's what it do.
The chemo it eats holes in your brain. It can also cause 30 more cancers. So medical marijuana.
That's the thing I didn't get. What you just said is chemo can also cause cancer.
Yeah, 30
That's the craziest thing about it.
There's a thing called chemo brain where it eats holes in your brain, and it's almost like Alzheimer's. The chemo brain. They call it chemo brain because it eats holes in different parts of your brain, and leaves you.
Yeah, man. In my opinion, man. We only have a few more minutes, so I just want to say what I have to say real quick.
Go ahead.
And I'll let everyone plug in what they want to plug in. But in my opinion, man, I feel that all human beings, are organic beings. We're all organic beings, so we can all self-medicate. We can all find ways within ourselves. Mind over matter is a real thing. If you can find the strength within yourself to say, I'm going to defeat whatever I have inside of me, it'll happen, man.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
They told me I was never going to walk again. They gave me a 70% chance that I was never going to walk again. And I told the doctor, I said, I walked in here. I'm too young to be walking out of here with a wheelchair. So
yeah, that's what's up.
I told myself I had to get up.
Yeah, that's what's up, Steve. That's what I'm saying, man. Shouts out to you, man.
Yeah.
And just real quick, man, we're about to get out of here, but do you guys have anything to plug in? I know you said you wanted to plug in the NIH. If people wanted to check it out.
It's a medical research center. They're the head of all the research centers.
And do you know what the website is?
NIH.gov.
NIH.gov.
Yeah, if you want to check it out, go there.
If people want to check it out, they can go to NIH.gov. My man Mike.
I don't really have a plug-in, but
any shouts out?
Yeah, I do got a shout out. I want to shout out to my mama. She ain't listening yet,
I want to shout out to my girl.
Replay. And then my girl. We've been together 13 years almost. We're having our first baby September 30th.
That's what's up, man.
So
Congrats.
She about 8 months.
Congrats, man.
We're 33 weeks. We have a little girl. You know what I mean? So I've been putting in work overtime. You know what I mean? We finally got the done dizzle down. So shout out to her. That's my girl. I love you. And I'll be home and beat that up later, all right?
But everyone don't. I mean, medical marijuana could lead to better things if the scientists can get in there and check out what's going on with them chemicals.
Yeah, that's what's up, man. Thanks for coming out, Steve. I appreciate you coming out, man.
Thank
Mike,
you.
Anytime.
DH Promotions, man. If people wanted to check you guys out, give them the information. I know you said you have a Facebook and you got a Twitter.
Yeah, DH Promotions on Facebook. You can check us there. You can also search DH Promotions on. We got Twitter page at McFly410 if you want to check me out tomorrow. 2 Chainz at Ibiza.
One more time, man. You said that kind of fast. What was that?
At McFly410.
410, okay. At McFly410.
Yeah, that's.
And if people want to check you guys out tomorrow night at Ibiza.
Yeah, tomorrow night, America's Most Wanted tour after party, official after party. 2 Chainz gonna be at Ibiza, Club Ibiza. That's off K Street in Washington D.C. Northwest. Not sure if you know the address off top, Mall.
We're just trying to hold it down for Fairfax.
Don't know the address off top, but it's on the corner of First and M in D.C. So
that's what's up. If people wanted to find it, they could find it online at Ibiza.
Yeah, Ibiza.
Yeah, everybody knows Ibiza.
That's what it is, man. This is On Beat with Olo, coming to you live from Radio Fairfax. I got to get out, man. Just want to say peace.
Let it play. That's all.